Did you know that time management is scientifically a myth, and the only true resource you manage is your neurological energy throughout the day? Stop measuring your productivity by the hours you sit at your desk, because your body operates on cycles far more powerful than the clock on your wall that dictates everything. Groundbreaking research into neuroenergetics proves that the struggle against burnout is simply a battle against your own biology that you are currently losing every single week. Neuroscientists have pinpointed a precise 90-minute internal rhythm that governs when your brain reaches its highest cognitive peak and when it desperately requires essential recovery time. This predictable, powerful cycle, universally known as the ultradian rhythm, is the single key to unlocking maximum, sustainable professional output without crashing later. Ignoring this crucial internal frequency is the biggest obstacle preventing you from accessing the deep focus necessary for high-value work effectively. But here is the critical question. What is the exact 90-minute formula that elite performers use to synchronize their work with this powerful biological frequency? I will break down this precise work-rest ratio, confirming the answer in the middle section of this crucial video. I personally spent years of my career operating against my body's natural flow, convinced that working 12 straight hours made me inherently productive and highly valuable. I would chug coffee relentlessly, battling severe mental fog just to power through administrative tasks that honestly should have taken minimal effort. This taught me that my repeated failure wasn't due to a lack of effort, but because a massive disconnection existed between my conscious desires and the subconscious programming that truly governed my daily actions. Perhaps you feel that familiar sense of frustration, possessing immense potential but constantly derailed by seemingly irrational anxiety that appears without clear external reason. When I discovered and began rigorously applying the principles of neuroplasticity, the brain's astonishing ability to physically restructure itself, everything instantly made logical, scientific sense for the first time. The authentic process of effective manifestation must scientifically begin with deliberate changes to the brain's physical architecture, and that vital, life-changing scientific journey is what I will share with you today. The central conflict in modern work culture is the pervasive, harmful myth that sustained effort equals maximum result, which directly contradicts our inherent human biology. Your brain operates in alternating 9-0 to 1-2-0 minute cycles, naturally shifting between high-frequency activity and a critical recovery period throughout your waking day. Pushing past the 90-minute peak forces your body into an exhaustive state dominated by the sympathetic nervous system, often called the fight-or-flight response. This biological state dramatically floods your system with cortisol, increasing metabolic waste and creating the inevitable feeling of overwhelming stress and intense decision fatigue. Continuously forcing concentration during these natural energy dips severely reduces your ability to process complex information and make high-quality strategic decisions accurately. Neuroenergetics research confirms that the brain simply begins rationing glucose supplies when stressed, diminishing the function of the critical prefrontal cortex dramatically. Ignoring these internal signals ensures diminished cognitive returns, forcing you to spend 3 hours to accomplish a task that should have taken only 1 focused hour. This scientific phenomenon is directly linked to the rapid accumulation of metabolic byproducts, specifically adenosine and other neuronal waste, during periods of intense high-frequency cognitive work. As your brain fires rapidly during deep focus, these waste products build up, signaling severe toxicity and demanding immediate recovery time from the activity. If you ignore this clear biological signal and attempt to power through the slump, your brain's available energy stores for attention and memory retrieval quickly become significantly depleted. This is precisely why your focus becomes scattered. Your patience runs thin, and you start making easily avoidable minor mistakes when you try to push past the wall. The inevitable energy crash is not a sign of personal failure or weak discipline. It is simply your deeply hardwired biology aggressively forcing necessary recovery upon your overworked system. Understanding this fundamental mechanism allows you to view your necessary rest periods as an integral, essential component of your productive work schedule. The most powerful solution lies in consciously aligning your entire workday with the ultradian rhythm, the precise 90 to 1 20-minute natural cycle of energy and rest discovered decades ago. This biological rhythm provides the exact formula for switching your brain efficiently between the sympathetic state, focus, and the parasympathetic state, recovery, as needed. You must schedule your most demanding, high-value cognitive tasks like deep problem solving or creative work to fit perfectly within the high-frequency 90-minute performance peak. By initiating your work when energy naturally peaks, you capitalize on optimal glucose delivery and heightened function of your prefrontal cortex. This intentional alignment with your biology drastically reduces the production of performance-inhibiting cortisol and directly increases your speed of task completion dramatically. The specific formula elite performers use, finally answering our crucial open-loop question, is the 90/20 rule for maximizing deep work frequency. This 90/20 formula requires working in concentrated 90-minute blocks, immediately followed by a non-negotiable 20-minute period of active, purposeful restoration and detachment from all work. During the intense 90-minute focus phase, you must eliminate all potential distractions, dedicating 100% of your cognitive resources solely to the single highest value task you must accomplish. The following 20-minute break is equally vital, demanding activities that truly engage the parasympathetic system like walking outside, gentle stretching, or listening to calming music without any screens. Avoiding the temptation to check emails or scroll social media during this restorative phase is absolutely critical for achieving full neurological recovery. This deliberate downtime allows your brain to efficiently file away all the new information and metabolic waste generated during the intense focus period. Adopting this rigorous, science-backed ritual ensures your subsequent 90-minute work cycle will begin from a state of genuinely renewed energy and peak mental clarity. This science-backed cyclical work pattern is proven to drastically enhance your overall cognitive resilience against stress and burnout, extending your effective work capacity significantly. Professionals who rigorously follow the ultradian schedule report dramatically higher productivity levels, up to 40% gain, and notably lower rates of intense mental fatigue throughout their week. The controlled recovery periods prevent the catastrophic depletion of crucial neurotransmitters, which are essential for maintaining stable mood and consistent motivation. By respecting the natural 90-minute ceiling of your high-frequency focus, you stop digging yourself into a biological energy debt that is very difficult to repay later. This method teaches your brain that intense effort will always be rewarded with restorative rest, reinforcing a positive, sustainable work habit efficiently. The evidence confirms that rest is not a luxury or a reward. Rest is a non-negotiable performance strategy rooted deep in our neurological design. A key aspect of true vibrational time management is achieving flow state regularly, which is a condition of total, effortless absorption where the perception of time melts away. Flow is not random. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi defined it as the optimal mental state, where high challenge perfectly meets high skill, and your mind becomes completely absorbed. Intriguingly, flow is achieved most readily at the start of an ultradian cycle, when your cognitive energy is naturally at its peak and the brain is operating most efficiently. This phenomenon occurs because during peak energy, the brain releases high levels of dopamine, which rapidly strengthens focus and eliminates external and internal distraction effectively. Research confirms that achieving the flow state not only drastically increases productivity, but also transforms your perception of time, making demanding tasks feel simultaneously faster and highly enjoyable. Therefore, intentionally aligning challenging tasks with your personal ultradian energy peak is the scientific method to reliably trigger the powerful flow state. The ultimate key to superior, sustainable performance lies in the critical unification of the mind, intention, with the body's rhythm, which ensures maximum biological potential is consistently available. Intention focused purely on work schedule, rigidity will consistently trigger the stressed, highly reactive fight-or-flight system, whereas adherence to the ultradian rhythm will robustly activate the calming rest and digest system. When you operate from this state of deep calm, your cognitive resources function at peak efficiency to detect opportunities and prioritize high-value tasks perfectly. Your brain's neuroplasticity is significantly more elastic and ready for intentional rewiring during these optimal low-stress cycles, directly leading to accelerated learning. In short, peak performance works optimally when it is driven by a deep desire to contribute positively, which creates the optimal biological state for monumental, sustainable achievement. This provides a powerful new paradigm, urging us to recognize that true, lasting success is not just about time logged, but profoundly about the quality of energy intentionally invested. In conclusion, we have fully synthesized this revolutionary framework. Peak productivity is the sophisticated utilization of your ultradian rhythm through intensive, repetitive work-rest cycles. The core conflicts of burnout and poor focus are immediately solved by scientifically aligning your toughest tasks with the natural 90-minute peak and the enforced 20-minute recovery. The rigorous scientific evidence confirms that you are the physical architect of your energy levels, granting you absolute, immediate control over your daily output and mental state. You must treat your deep focus blocks as biological commands that must be respected and protected with profound commitment and consistency every single day. Use these powerful neuroscience principles now to sever old habits of stress and aggressively construct strong, new neural pathways toward the specific success and deep tranquility you urgently desire. Therefore, the time is right now to immediately initiate your deliberate daily ritual, transforming your workday from a vague hope into the single most crucial brain exercise for success. Start tomorrow morning with your focused 90-minute block, immediately followed by a committed 20-minute break away from all screens to optimize your next cycle for superior results. Challenge yourself to strictly commit to this 90/20 practice for 30 continuous days and watch closely as your clarity and results dramatically improve. Remember this truth: every protected focus block and every restorative break you take is a biological stake you are planting to permanently build your ultimate professional future. If this neuroscientific insight is the powerful key you have been searching for, please show your deep commitment by immediately hitting the like button. Subscribe and widely share this essential video.